It's a bit of a long story, but I shall not reveal the details of his misconduct during that occasion. Misconduct! Come on, girl! You were asleep and I was just, I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird watching you sleep, but I didn't do anything, though. And you had Clom Soleil's watching over you. Like, you know, if I had tried anything, he would have flattened me. He would have knocked my block off. Reen, shut up! What's up, guys? This is Snappy Cat and welcome back to more Trails of Cold Steel 4. When we last left off, we completed all of the side content.
Now...
and that's it! I literally have nothing else to say. It's been like, what? 4 parts since the last story mission, and I've been putting it off for so long. It's just, I'm just ready to go. Like, I'm tired of putting it off. I know you guys are tired of me putting it off, so let's not waste any more time. Let's just go. Head to destination. I'm ready. Our designated meeting point is a buffer airspace above the borders of Erebonia, Calvert, and the Borough. I've already charted our course. Should we depart and rendezvous with the Pantagruel? Yes. Once you depart, the story will progress. Please note that content such as quests and time-limited events will disappear. I am ready. Let's go. Understood. I'll call everyone together then. Got it. Thanks. It is time. I am so ready. Once Class 7 and the rest of the crew had each finished up their remaining affairs, the Merkaba then began to make its way toward the designated meeting point. Oh, I am so ready. Let's go. It's time for the story to begin. Making our way downtown. I don't know the rest of it. Oh, here we are. Neutral airspace over the Erebonia-Laburo-Calvert border. It's a mouthful. Oh shit. Oh, that's them. I'm about to say, who the hell is that? So we're doing this in the air. Well, obviously. I mean, unless we're gonna land or something, probably not. Sending our signals, flashing our lights. Merkaba number 8. This is the Pantagruel speaking. Your ship is now permitted to dock. Please follow the beacon. Understood. Initiating automated boarding. Wow. We really are over a 3-way border. If only just barely. The non-intervention zone should span the entire surrounding area, supposedly. Not much chance for interference when you're straddling 3 entire countries, huh? Yep. Plus, it's off the invasion route into the Republic. It makes for a pretty effective blind spot. But did we really have to go all the way here just to find out what Mil Mirage is all about? They're here. Enter the front runners. Oh, what's happening? Oh wait, is the other characters finally making their way here too? Pantagruel landing craft. Yeah, I'm guessing they're probably on board that. Oh, we have another one. Yeah, everyone's coming. I guess everyone's on their own. Oh, and here's a new one. A certain country's latest model gunship, type Avior. Okay. Oh, I don't know who's on that one. Scout ships from the Pantagruel, and more from the northeast and south.
the northeast and south. Could it be?
Nah, Estelle.
That makes their origins clear, geographically speaking. But in that case, the ship coming from the east must be a new state-of-the-art military gunship from the Republic, courtesy of the Verne Company. That's right. Complete with a higher carrying capacity and expanded cruising range.
I don't know who's on which ship, so I'm not even gonna try and guess.
So many people from so many different regions gathered together for one purpose. Muse, does this mean that all of these people are...
Yep.
Indeed. Important figures from each one of our neighboring countries.
Main characters from
Kingdom of
previous
Liberal,
games.
The Principality of Remiferia, and even the Republic of Calvard. And if all goes to plan, we'll have a few special guests from the Bracer Guild and the SSS join us too.
Nah. Oh, let's go. Oh, I'm so excited right now. Oh, man. I can't wait to see what they're going to talk about. And we're finally here on board the PANTAGRUEL once again. Maybe this time we'll actually get to explore it. I mean, we got to explore it in Cold Steel 2, but now we're actually here. Like, not as a goddamn hostage. PANTAGRUEL Funcho Hold. Aw, here we go. Been about a month, hasn't it? Oh, right. This is where you escaped from, right, Ash?
Wow, this ship is huge! Hey, that's a Bobcat too! It's just like Josette said.
So, you showed up after all.
Oh, it's this, yeah. Forgot his name. Black Whirlwind, though. Brigadier General Bardius. You look well.
As do you, Schwarzer. Despite everything General Le Guin and Miss Clotilda tell me you've been through. Your Highness, Lady Angelica, it's a pleasure to have you back safely with us.
Thank you, Brigadier General. We appreciate it.
Who would have thought we'd meet here on the PANTAGRUEL at a time like this? Well, with the situation brewing as it is, man, crazy things are happening, and we gotta do even crazier things. Which is why I can't wait to see what this Mil Mirage is. It's probably gonna be... I can't even imagine what this plan is.
Agreed. Things have taken a real turn since Ordis's last provincial council. What happens here today could very well change the course of history.
Wow. Course of history. Well, I mean, we are fighting... I mean, we're stopping a war. As well as fighting, like, a great evil. So it's like, yeah, this isn't gonna be some walk in a park. Quite the assemblage, then.
Indeed it is. In fact, some of our guests have already arrived. Though many of them are simply here to observe.
Follow me, everyone.
Oh man, we're probably going to see some real important people. Like, not just the main characters, but probably some people that were probably very important in the previous games. Like, important, like, leaders and things like that. Oh man. Ooh. Look at that low-quality chandelier. My goodness. PANTAGRUEL guest area. Yeah, look at this place. Oh man, Reen, you remember this? This bring back flashbacks, Reen?
Wow, incredible. Doesn't even begin to describe this place. Actually, haven't you and Instructor Reen been here before, Allie? It's a bit of a long story, but I shall not reveal the details of his misconduct during that occasion.
Misconduct! Come on, girl! You were asleep and I was just, I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird watching you sleep, but I didn't do anything, though. And you had Clom Soleil's watching over you. Like, you know, if I had tried anything, he would have flattened me. He would have knocked my block off. Reen, shut up! Reen, what did you do? Nothing. It was a misunderstanding. She's always starting shit. Oh my goodness. Oh man, come on, Altina. It's like 1 minute you're sweet and then the next minute, yeah, he almost did the naughty. Like, no, nothing. There was nothing naughty about what I did. I mean, it was sus, I'm sure, but I did nothing. I'm not entirely convinced. Oh, come on, Elliot! Of all the people to not be on my side. I'm sure he didn't have any impure intentions. Thank you, Kurt! God! Like, the one person who trusts me here. That's the whole problem. His heart is too pure. Thank you, Machias. As I've told you before, Reen, nobody likes a goody two-shoes. You got that right. Can you guys just not? Yes. We've known for a while of your unsociable ways. Yeah, we already accepted the fact that you're completely clueless about people's feelings, Reen. Reen's got all the luck, though. All the bad luck, I'd say. Just something that transcends even the curse, I bet. Oh my god, Alyssa, don't look at me like that. Nothing happened. This brings back memories. Oh yeah, you were kidnapped too, and then, I carried you in my arms. Oh, romantic. Yeah. Reen carried me in his arms once. Oh right, I forgot about that. Man, there was a lot going on that day. I doubt anyone there that day expected that sort of daring escape from you. Yeah, you were there too, got your ass kicked. Bet you remember that. Wow, that must have been cool. Oh, that must have been so romantic. I wish Agate would carry me in his arms and rescue me like a damsel in distress. Reen, you hound. You really can't judge a book by its cover. Guys like you and Lloyd are really something else. Leave some charm for the rest of us, will ya? Man, everyone's just on my shit today. Come on. Instructor Sarah, Toa, requesting permission to burst into tears. Permission denied. This just means everyone likes you, Reen. Or is incredibly sus. You're a lucky man, Reen.
Wow. Looks like the party's already started.
Oh, is this Lloyd?
Kinda feels like this meeting was a long time coming, huh?
Oh, and I recognize that voice. Estelle. Oh, man, look at this! Endgame! Avengers assemble, let's go! Oh, man.
Well, I'll be. Took you guys long enough.
Oh, man, I've been waiting for this. Look at everyone. Oh,
Long
man.
time no see, Tita.
Yes.
Have you grown a few, Reach? Or am I imagining things?
Estelle. Joshua. And...
Oh, man. I keep saying it again and again, but I wish I had played the previous games. I mean, I was thinking about this before I started playing the game. Like, I wish they'd make, like, a remake of these games, you know? Like, I don't know what goes on in, like, a development process. Like, I know it's, like, a whole ass thing. Like, it's a lot more expensive than it probably is. But come on, man. How many people... Like, I mean, if the Trail series is profitable enough that we still got, like, more games coming out, then, oh my god, if they just made a remake of this game, it would just be more money. Like, I just don't, I don't know the process that goes within, like, these decisions, but I just can't help but think to myself, just remake the game. You don't even need to like, redo the story or anything. Just remake the game in, like, 3D, and there you go. I'd buy it. Like, I'll be honest, I'm not playing Trails in the Sky and Crossbell on, like, an emulator or some shit. Like, I'm not doing all that. I don't even want to, like, there's so much on, like, YouTube that's just like here's the story, but it's like, you know, a billion parts long, and I'm not, as much as I want to look through all of that, I can't. I don't have the time to look through all of that. But I would love to actually play through the game if they made a remake of it. Like, in this style, with these graphics, that'd be great. I'd love it. I'd get it. I'd play it. Oh man, that'd be free money. You don't even have to do the story. Just remake the game. Oh man, it's like just do what Pokemon's doing. Like, you don't need to change anything. Just remake the game. Just remake the game and I play it. Oh man, it'd be more content. Oh man. Because I want to feel this. I mean, I'm still feeling it, but I want to feel it more.
Hello again, Tita. Remember our promise?
Aw. I don't. Because I didn't play the previous games.
Ren!
Oh.
Oh, you guys. You have no idea how happy I am to see you.
Don't you get me started, too. So melodramatic. And here I thought you two'd have grown out of this by now.
Nah.
You're one to talk. I can see you getting a little choked up yourself. Seems like you've been holding up pretty well, Agate.
As if there was any doubt. We're making progress, don't get me wrong. But there's still a lot left to take care of.
Yeah, we're here for a world-changing event right now. Like, well, we can do all our catching up, but we got some more important things to worry about.
All the more reason to stay on top of our game from here on.
Exactly. We're here on important business, alright?
Oh, Sarah, you're here too.
Nice to see you again. It's been too long.
Man, it sure has. What's it been, like 3 years since you were last here in the Empire? Oh yeah, let me introduce you to Fee. Sup?
Hey.
Fee? Like, the Fee? That petite powerhouse they keep talking about in all the guild branches?
Nah.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sylphide. As you can see, we've heard all about the work you've been doing.
The petite powerhouse. Yeah, definitely a cute one. Oh man, that adorable white-haired girl who's just killing all those guys? Like it's Tuesday?
You can just call me Fee. I've heard a thing or two about you guys, too. You know, from Agate and Sherazard.
Nah.
Oh yeah? Trust them to embarrass us like that.
Speaking of Shera, we still don't know where she is, do we?
I'm wondering, have I been calling her Sherazade? Like, I know there's like a similar name, but... Sherazade, I don't know. I don't know if it's the same name, or if it's just pronouncing it different, or if I've been pronouncing it wrong. I don't know.
Not a clue. We know she's still alive, at least. Way I figure, if she was in trouble, she'd contact us with that thing she's got.
I'm just gonna call her Shera. But yeah, we've seen her like twice, I believe. Like, or maybe 3 times. Once in the beginning, and then another time back in Ulster during like a side quest. It's like Reen sensed her, but was like, she's not hostile, so it's fine.
Right. It's only been about 2 weeks since we last heard from her.
She left Heimdall altogether just after that, didn't she?
Yeah, I've got all the other Erebony Embracers looking out for her too.
Like, what is she doing? It's like, she's definitely not in any trouble. I mean, back when we saw her back in, like, Ulster, but it's like... what's her goal here? Like, she just went, like, she's just out here just running around doing whatever, not contacting anyone? Like, okay. Like, I mean, at least contact us. Like, let us know you're okay.
Tio!
Oh, here we go with this side.
Nice tackle, Kia. Lloyd, Ellie, I'm glad you guys managed to come.
Of course. We wouldn't miss this.
Oh, I can't help myself. Come here, you two.
Ellie, I can't breathe.
Oh, Tio, I'm so relieved to see you're okay.
Man, all these reunions.
Yona's been worried about you too, you know.
Oh, you don't say. That's cool. But also, I could really use some air.
Hoo-wee! The dynamic duo's getting bigger and bigger by the day.
Oh man.
Good to see you, Randy.
Right back at you, Lloyd.
See, I could just imagine like people who play like all the previous games are like, yes, look at this, look at all these characters, look at all these reunions, and like fucking 3D and fucking HD 3D, like let's go. And I'm just like, okay. Like I said, I still feel it, but it's like, I wish I could have seen their stories. Maybe one day, Falcom. I mean, maybe they're even thinking about it, like, hey, we'll remake it one day. Like I said, like these games. I mean, I would love like a remake of like the Xenosaga, but like there's no demand for it. Whereas like here you have like the Trail series, and it's like again you have game after game after game after game. Like the Trail, like the Cold Steel series by itself, it's just popular enough that it's like, okay, remake the previous games and you're good.
Now hold on a moment. You didn't think I'd just let that little comment of yours slide, did you?
Who's the dynamic duo? Me and Tio? I don't think we got any taller.
Dynamic duo.
No, not a crap. Forget I said anything, alright?
Shame on you, Randy. There are children here.
Goodness.
And we didn't forget about you, Yuna. Kia's been telling us about all you've been up to.
We heard you helped set Tio free. I'm so proud of you.
You've done a good job, Yuna.
Well, that was more Class 7 as a whole. It was just part of our mission.
Yeah, but your skills are pretty top notch. Like, I'll admit, like that accelerate that you got is pretty damn cool. I'll be honest. Like, a lot of people have good skills here, but that's like a standout move right there.
As someone who's always looked up to the SSS, it's so great seeing all of you back together again.
What do you mean? You're one of us too, Yuna.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. You're a lot closer to the SSS than you give yourself credit for.
That's right. You carry on the spirit of Crossbell in a way all your own.
Damn straight.
I think we're all aware of how much you look up to the SSS. But you know what? It goes both ways. We're just as proud of you too, Yuna. Every one of us.
Aww.
Thank you.
Well, at the very least, you've gotten a bit more tame since the first day you bucked into the branch campus.
Nah, I'd say.
Come on, Randy! Let me have my moment!
Wild Philly, am I right?
Oh, right! Elisa! Over here!
Hello, Ellie. How are you? I'm so glad you guys finally got the chance to reunite.
I want to know how they met. I don't think I've heard about it, or maybe I have, but I completely forgot. It's like, how do you two know each other?
Thank you, Elisa. Allow me to congratulate you on your reunion as well.
Aw, thanks.
So, yeah, now everyone's looking at me.
I better introduce myself for those of you who don't know me.
Hey, I'm the main character of the third game. Nice to meet you.
My name is Reen Schwarzer, graduate of Thor's Military Academy, Class 7. Ellie, Estelle, Joshua. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours. Elisa's told me quite a bit about you already. Perhaps a bit too much, actually.
Nah, I bet.
Ellie?
We definitely know you by now, after all the stories we've heard.
Nah.
From Tita's letters and Ren, even Olivier and Toval.
I see. It's no surprise you knew His Highness, but I wasn't aware you knew Toval too.
Yup. We met back on our first trip in Erebonia. He helped us out a bunch. It's good to meet you, Reen. This has definitely been a long time coming.
I'll say, Jesus Christ. It's like, oh man, I've been waiting for this reunion. Because I had never even... It's like, playing through the game up until this point, I never even knew I really wanted this reunion. It's like, once Muse brought up, like, oh, the meeting to end all meeting, I'm like, oh, snap, that's right. Reen didn't meet all these characters yet. It's like, oh, here we go, man.
Don't worry. You can loosen up around us. We're the same age, more or less, right?
Well, more or less, I guess.
Got it. I think I'll take you up on that.
I mean, we're all adults here.
Looking forward to working with you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey.
As are we.
Oh,
Nah. What's up with
It's
Ash?
been a while, Lloyd.
Oh, that's right.
How have you been?
From Hamel. Oh man, Ash, you got some reunions too, apparently.
Busy, to say the least. It's been crazy this past year and a half.
Oh man, remember when we fought like 2 years ago? Oh man, that was epic, wasn't it?
I really owe you for your help during Operation Birdcage.
Yep.
I'm sure I'll get the chance to return the favor, though. I get the feeling we're gonna be seeing a lot more of each other.
I hope. It's like, man, all these characters gathered here. It's like, I know you're all playable. Come on. Like 3 main characters all in the same team. Like, let's go.
From here on, Reen, we fight on the same side. As equals.
Damn straight.
Instructor Reen?
Honestly, I'm not sure I even deserve to shake your hand. I'm sure you've heard about what I've done. The mistake I made.
Reen.
Oh, come on, Reen. That's
It's
not your
my
fault.
that the curse spread throughout not only the Empire, but Crossbell too.
No, it's not. Like, this was all prophesized to happen. Like I said before, everything that happened up until that point was destined to happen. It's what we do to fix it that matters.
It's the same with North Ambria and Jirai as well. Even this awful war with Calvard. I have no idea how I can even begin to apologize.
No, Reen. That's wrong.
Damn straight it's wrong.
It's my duty as a detective to look beyond what's on the surface. You want to know what I see? I see that this was all a setup from the very start. Nothing you could have done would have possibly changed the outcome.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. Everything was destined to happen whether you wanted it to happen or not. It's like the Black Records pretty much say it was supposed to happen.
I see a man who, despite it all, never fell to despair. A man who continues to push back, even at this very moment.
Well, I'm pretty sure he fell to despair. He just came back from it.
Not just for Crossbell, or even Erebonia, but for the world itself and all who reside in it. Within you lies the strength of countless allies, helping you move forward through whatever may come. I'd like the SSS to be a part of that, Reen. To be one of those allies there by your side.
Yes!
Empire or Crossbell, where we're from doesn't matter anymore. Now we're fighting for the world itself. Together.
Exactly.
Lloyd.
This guy, I swear.
Man, he's just like Rain when it comes to his speeches.
Now I understand why you look up to him the way you do.
Yep. Told you he was great.
Hey, Rain's great too.
Wow. How am I supposed to follow up a speech like that?
Yeah, on the receiving end, huh?
I'll gladly take your words to heart. It's good to have you with us, Lloyd. I'll be honest with you, our situation is looking grim, and it's only going to get worse from here. But that's never stopped us before. With you on board, we'll overcome every barrier in our way.
Exactly. We went through 3 games of going through goddamn crazy boss fights and everything. It's like, and now we have like characters from previous games on our side, like all in one room together, like fighting together. Like there's nothing we can't accomplish right now.
You got it.
Okay, we stopped the goddamn Civil War, we can stop a goddamn World War.
That goes for us too. We Laburlians got your back.
I see you've saved me the trouble of rounding you up.
General Le Guin.
Principal Le Guin.
Right on time. Is everything ready?
Is she?
General Aurelia Le Guin, commander of the Viceland Army.
Oof.
Wow, I can tell this lady's a serious badass.
Yep, pretty much.
That's an understatement. She's one of the greatest swordmasters of our generation.
Bracers of Liberl, Special Support Section. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Aurelia Le Guin. Well met, all of you. I'd love to chat with each of you individually, of course, but time is of the essence. I suspect our other guests are anxious to get things underway.
Man, I'd love to play as Aurelia Le Guin again. She definitely was a badass. Like, oh my goodness. Like, the fight against what's-her-face, Aryan Rod, like, wasn't even a thing when you had Aurelia Le Guin on your side. Like, come on. Like, the way she always, like, attacked every time you got attacked, like, wow. Like, man, I wish we had something like that on our side again. I felt like Angelica probably has something like that. Oh, shit.
What?
Yeah, look, there those two are. I recognize them.
I knew it.
Well, if it isn't the Special Support Section, I do believe it's been around 2 years since our paths last crossed.
Oh man, again, I wish I played these games so I'd recognize this character.
Though it would seem Arios is not with you this time around.
A pleasure to see you again, your lordship.
Our apologies. Arios had some pressing matters to attend to, though he did make sure to send his regards.
Is that so? I suppose I expected as much. A man in his position seldom has any time to spare. Princess Elphin, I bring you my greetings and condolences both. We received news of Emperor Eugen's condition, as well as the tragedy that befell Prince Olivert. I can only imagine the pain this must put you through. You have my deepest sympathies.
And you have my sincerest appreciation, your lordship. I must admit, I didn't expect to be able to meet with you so soon.
Nor did I. A silver lining in the dark cloud that brought us here. Lady Mildine, allow me to thank you once again for the invitation.
The gratitude is ours, your lordship. It's an honor to receive you.
Okay, so who is he, though?
Ha ha! This is quite an extraordinary crowd we have here.
They refuse to show their faces, or we have no titles either?
Correct me if I'm wrong, SSS, but it was 2 years ago that we last met as well, was it not?
Yes, back at the trade conference.
It's good to see you again, sir.
Princess Alphin, Lady Mildine, I don't believe I've ever formally had the pleasure. Though I suppose in a way we aren't entirely unfamiliar with each other. I had the privilege of meeting your brother, you see, back during the conference.
Ah, yes, he mentioned you before. Pleased to finally make your acquaintance. Knowing you're here helps put into perspective the true scale of Operation Meal Mirage.
See, if I played the previous games, I'd know the true scale of the operation as well, but I don't know who the fuck these people are.
It's an honor to have you. We do appreciate you taking the time to come.
Especially since they're refusing to show their name. I mean, I know they'll show it sooner or later, but come on.
I'm sure you, of all people, have been particularly busy of late. President Rocksmith.
What? No way!
So that's how this is gonna go.
I don't even know how to react.
Me neither, because I don't know what that means.
How silly of us. I didn't realize we had neglected to make our introduction.
Yes, thank you.
In that case, allow me to go first.
Please. Ruler of the Principality of Remiferia, Albert von Bartholomew.
I am Albert von Bartolomeus, Grand Prince of the Principality of Remiferia.
Okay, finally, goodness.
It's a pleasure to meet you, students and alumni of Thor's Military Academy.
So obviously we have the royalty here. Head of Calvert Republic, President Samuel Rocksmith.
And I'm Samuel Rocksmith, President of the Republic of Calvert.
Okay, I had a feeling. So these guys are like the rulers of their respective countries. That's good to know, finally.
I'm sure I'm the last person you would expect to see here.
It's like, I had, again, I expected to myself, okay, we're gonna see some top level people here. I did not, like, I had a, like, on one side, I had a feeling like, okay, are we gonna meet, like, the leaders of these countries? Because that'd be interesting. But then I thought, maybe not. Like, I don't know why they'd be here, but then it's like, well, here they are. I mean, it's like, I was thinking to myself, like, obviously, you know, Osborn's not here, because, you know, he's pretty much the enemy. These guys just want the war to stop, just like we do, so obviously Osborn wouldn't be here.
Prince Albert is one thing, but President Rocksmith?
It's like, oh, a prince, but a president? Oh my goodness.
Indeed. And in person, no less.
Oh, this guy must have done some shit. Good shit. Legendary shit. Like, oh man. We have a prince, but we have the president? Oh goodness.
What's the president of Calvert doing here? We're on the verge of war.
Ah, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, he is the president of, like, a country that's on the verge of, like, going to war with, like, the Empire, so... Of course.
That is exactly why I chose to attend, Machius Regnitz.
Nah.
Ah, and you must be the acting Duke Alberea. And, you're Fee Clausel, correct?
Let me guess. She told you.
As I suspected, you work for Calvert's Central Intelligence Department.
Calvert Central Intelligence Department, 2nd Lieutenant Kayla. Secretary to the Prince, Lucy Silent.
That's right. I'm a 2nd lieutenant in the CID, as well as a member of the Special Force Hercules.
Nah.
Thanks for your help before, by the way.
You're welcome.
I'm Lucy Sayland, private secretary to the Grand Prince.
Ah. So that's why you were important.
For those of you we met before, it's a pleasure to see you again.
It's been a hot minute since we saw you.
Now I understand. You were investigating Erebonia's internal affairs to prepare for today's meeting.
Wait, back up a sec. If the heads of Remiferia and Calvert are here, then...
There's only one more big nation we're missing.
It would seem they've arrived.
Yeah, I had a feeling we'd see them.
They made it.
Oh, you have got to be shitting me.
LeBurl has just as much a stake in this as anyone else, after all.
Yeah, LeBurl. It's like, I did do some kind of reading on, like...
It's the Princess of LeBurl. And beside her...
Man, today's just full of surprises, isn't it?
Sorry for the delay. I have to say, this is the most luxurious ship I've ever seen.
Thank you once again for inviting us.
But it's like, yeah, I did some reading on the Wikipedia. Yeah, Claudia Von... whatever. Commander of the Royal Army of LeBurl, Lieutenant General Cassius Bright. Yeah, I was trying to remember his name.
My name is Claudia von Auslies. I will be participating on behalf of Queen Alicia II of LeBurl. Delighted to make your acquaintance, everyone.
Cassius Bright, Lieutenant General of the Royal Army of LeBurl. Unfortunately, we don't really have time for pleasantries. How about we get straight down to business?
Yeah, goodness, I said they're not giving me, like, a chance to, like, pause. They're just automatically just running it through. Like, God, give me a chance to speak. But yeah, I had a feeling that we'd see her, like the princess, but honestly, like, I don't know why. Like, I haven't actually, like, read through the entire story of, like, you know, Trails in the Sky or whatever, but I honestly thought Cassius Bright was dead. I'll be honest. I thought he was gone. Like, I know he was, like one of the greatest swordsmen alive, but it's like, I thought he was, like, he's the father of, you know, Estelle and Joshua, but it's like, I thought you were dead, dude. Honestly, again, I haven't read through all of, you know, Trails in the Sky, and, you know, there's no, like, dedicated, like, summary that I found. At least, you know, I just read, like, the Wikipedia, because that was the easiest place to find people's names, but, man, goodness, like, once I saw him back there, I'm like, I knew it was him. But I'll be honest, I thought you were dead. Alright, but yeah, I don't know why. It's like, I knew she'd be here. Or at the very least, I thought, okay, if there's one person that I expect to be here, besides, like, you know, the main characters from the other games, from what Muse was talking, I had a feeling the princess of, I forgot what she called it, Remiferia, I think. But yeah, I had a feeling she'd be here. Or is it Remiferia? I don't know. Like, they didn't give me a fucking chance to stop, and they just kept moving along. God, I don't like when they auto advance text like that, but I couldn't stop it. I couldn't do anything. But alright. Ah, finally. Dress for the occasion. And of course, they're talking the plan, and we don't know a goddamn thing. Now we're parting ways, temporarily. This feels more like a summit than an informal meeting of concerned parties. Yeah, but Eustace and Angelica must have known this was coming, right? Yes. Muse planned to include representatives from powers outside Erebonia right from the beginning. Though we had no idea who exactly would be invited, or in attendance. Turns out Operation Mil Mirage has many influential backers. Well, I mean, is it any question? I mean, again, this is like a world war we're talking. I mean, not a world war, but a very big, bad war, okay? A war that needs to be stopped at all costs, because, like, whoever wins this, it's gonna change the course of history regardless of who wins, let's be honest. And the Lieutenant General of Liberl is among them. Cassius Bright, yep. It's like his name was on the tip of my tongue. Like, I knew his name was, like, Bright, but it's like, oh man, what is his name? But yeah. Like, what is he, a Divine Blade? I don't know what the name they call for it. Like, I know Divine Blade. It's like, I think... I think, Mystery said, like, Divine Blade is, like, a title only given to, like, the 8 leaves. So... yeah. I think Arios is, like, an 8 leaves practitioner too. So it's like Divine Blade of Wind. So yeah. So yeah, that's it. Like, I don't know why. It's like, I thought like Divine Blade was like a title they only give to like, you know, like the greatest swordsman of like, you know, generations. You know, like Aurelia Le Guin will be a Divine Blade, but no, it's only given to like 8 leaves practitioners. So of course Cassius Bright is a Divine Blade and Arios is Divine Blade too. After the war, he left the army and worked as a bracer for a while. He and my father were good friends. I think I remember something involving them around 4 years ago? Right, when multiple Erebonian branches of the guild were blown up. When the anomaly started in Liberl, he rejoined the army. And now he's having a friendly chit-chat with the president of Calvert, whose country is about to get invaded by Erebonia. That Muse is an excellent matchmaker, definitely, like, good, and like, definitely a 4D, 5D chess player, like, no doubt about it. She even reached out to Remiferia. Wow. Remiferia is in a similar situation as Liberl right now. The Empire is pressuring both of them to allow the army safe passage through. Ah, that's right. Neither are particularly willing to do so, but they fear retaliation should they decline. Exactly. It's like, you can let us through, or you can be a part of the enemy. Like, your choice. Refusal could be constructed as siding with Calvert. Exactly. Like, if you side with Calvert, it's like you're just another enemy. We're just gonna invade you all the same. Small nations can't afford to be assertive against the overwhelming power of the belligerent Erebonia. Yeah, that'll probably be the main topic of discussion today. While those nations can't openly oppose the Empire, We, along with bracers and the special support section, are more free to take action. This is a good opportunity to speak with the other parties involved. Yeah, so we'll be able to walk around and just speak with everyone. That's nice. Not just Liberl and Crossbell, but Remiferia and even Calvert too.
Indeed. There is no better time for us to exchange information.
It's also the ideal time to speak one's mind freely. After discussions have concluded, I'd like to speak with the Grand Prince and the President myself. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Though I wouldn't mind exchanging a few words with either of them.
I'd like to talk with Ellie if there's time. And Crown Princess Claudia too.
Seriously? Well, I guess this is your best shot at getting close to her. By the way, Ash, don't think I missed your reaction.
Don't you and Joshua go way back?
Exactly. Look, that ain't confirmed, and I don't really remember him. Still, you two might want to talk and clear things up. I mean, you were one of, like, what, 3 people who survived Hamel? Like, you, Joshua, and wasn't Luwei one of them? Yep, that's what this thing's all about, isn't it? There's going to be a dinner after the main talks. We can talk about more personal stuff then.
The principal invited us here, so there's no point acting like wallflowers.
Yes, let's make the most of it. Alright. I should go around and talk to the attendees myself. I definitely want to check in with those from Liberl and Crossbell. Might as well talk to the representatives from Calvert and Remiferia too, while I'm at it. Hell yeah! Man, we're gonna have so many people to talk with. Your party has been temporarily disbanded. The main story will progress once you see the required sub-events. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Man, look at all these people to talk to. We got them upstairs. Of course, they're having their little meeting. Alright. Let's start up here. So who's in here? Alright. I never dreamed I'd be in the presence of the President of Calvert and the Grand Prince of Remiferia. Crown Princess Claudia and Lieutenant General Cassius are here too. Or no, she's like the... Oh man, I don't know. I think he's like the Princess of Liberl, I think. I don't know any of these fucking people. I know Calvert, I know Liberl and Remiferia, but it's like, I don't know who's the leader of what. Fuck, I don't know. That's a bit too much. Like, again, like they just fucking moved the conversation. Like they just auto advanced the conversation, and I didn't fucking like that. I don't like when they do that. Don't advance the game without me, okay? I need time to process this shit. All right. Good. I completely forgot what country they're from because it's like I didn't get a chance to like fucking stop and think. God. It's the one thing I don't like about this game. Don't do that. It's like they let me like have control over everything else, but then once they came in, it's like, nah, let me just... We're gonna take control of you for a while. Like, no, stop! Okay? God. Alright. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so she's the Crown Princess of Liberl. Like, it's like I confused her with Remiferia for a minute, but yeah, I mean, she was with like Cassius Bright, who's from Liberl. Like, so obviously she's from Liberl. Like, I had a feeling, but I had to make absolutely sure because they didn't give me any goddamn time to fucking think. But okay, goodness, that's a bit too much. What's a commoner like me doing here, mingling with royals? What's the problem? You're great at mingling. And besides, you've been helping out Lloyd and Rain a bunch. No reason for you not to be here.
By the way, thanks for helping me and Agate cross the border into the Empire. Things would have been way harder without you.
Tita,
I told you that was no big deal. You saved my bacon too, in Heimdall. Seems like Capua Delivery Service is always there to help when we're in a pinch. Your services are a lifeline for the guild too. Everyone's very thankful to have you guys around. You don't work for Jaegers, and you stay away from shady business. That counts in your favor too. Look, it's a business, and we do what we have to in order to turn a profit. Oh, she's blushing. Oh, oh my goodness. You guys, stop it! You really like teasing her, huh? Don't worry, it's friendly teasing. Leaves, as well as the branch campus, used to be within the Capua barony. The members of Capua Delivery Service used to be Sky Bandits, but they seem like decent people. Alright, we got more. Time to break into this conversation. Hey, Reen. You're quite the social butterfly today. I mean, I feel like everyone's got their eyes on me for some reason. I mean, I know I'm a pilot of a divine knight, so it's Crow. I feel like Reen is more special. I mean, I feel like everyone thinks Reen is more special than he actually is. I mean, I know he's like the cause of the Great Twilight, but it's like we haven't really done much in the way of things. Just making sure I get to talk to everyone. Cassius is next on my list. It makes sense, since you both studied with Master Kafai after all, exactly. Like, he's a practitioner of the Eight Blades, so yeah. It's like, you know, Reen's got his eye on him, like, man. It's like, hey, we're both fellow disciples. If I'm being honest, I'm not really sure why he and Chloe agreed to come all the way out here. And I don't know what to think about this Duchess Cayenne. The whole meeting is giving me some bad vibes. Muse's not a bad person, I promise. It's like, yeah, like, what'd you talk about Muse for? She's a good girl. I mean, her plan might be... but, I mean, it's all for the good of the world. I can only imagine she must have been planning this for a while. But I mean, I guess this will be expected, like... The previous Duke Cayenne was a bastard, so... I mean, who can say? Obviously, they haven't, you know, been around her long enough to know. She tries not to show it, but the situation in the Empire was probably bothering her a lot. You noticed it too, didn't you, Instructor? Yeah, I did. But from what I've learned, but from what I've heard, Yuna saw right through her when they first met back up.
Sure, you may also be a genius who can come up with plans to change the fate of the world, but that's beside the point. There's no way an ordinary girl like you would be okay with a plan that would cost millions of people their lives, is there?
Yep. Elias says she dropped the act for a sec back there. She's only 16 too, even younger than Fee. I've heard this and that about the Cayenne family. The Duke before the last was widely believed to be just and wise noble. When he died in an accident, his younger brother inherited the title. But all he cared about was his personal interest, exactly. Just a grudge held from like fucking 800 years ago. Like, dude, fuck off, okay? Okay, this isn't the time to, okay, it's been almost 1,000 years, okay? You can't hold a fucking grudge for this long. Alright? I mean, dumbass people in the family just passing that shit down day after day after day. Like, come on, like, really? Like, I'm not gonna bring this up, but yeah, it's time to move on, alright? Yeah, fuck you. Muse's foolish uncle even stirred up the Civil War, and their family was about to be stripped of their title and privilege. And yet, here we are, with Muse as the mastermind behind a plan to save the world. She's got more guts than anyone on this ship. I think I can empathize with her more after hearing that. Yeah, me too.
Judging from what I've heard, it's no surprise she understands. There's no telling how these talks will go until they're over and done with. Yeah, because like what, Ren used to be like a member of Ouroboros, so... And yeah, now she's like, you know, has like loving friends and like Estelle and Tita and Joshua, so it's like, yeah. But regardless of what major events are set in motion, we must not forget about the individuals that will be swept up. Yusei's one of those individuals, so do me a favor and stay by our side. Oh, you need to tell me that. I doubt you need to tell me that. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for saying it, though. You really are amazing. Huh? You really just say what you think without beating around the bush, huh? I see now why Tita compares you to the sun. You're bright, and you dispel any shadows of doubt in others. Thanks for the advice. That was my intention all along, but I needed a kick to get around to it. Glad to help. Good luck. Thanks. Oh my god, more? Come on! Oh, Estelle, there's something I've been dying to know. You and Joshua are together, right? Oh my god, okay, just right to it. But how far exactly did you guys go? Oh my goodness. Huh? That's so out of the blue. Don't try to wiggle out of it now. I'm burning with curiosity too. I mean, yeah, they're not blood related, so it's like, what kind of relationship do you have? I was kind of curious too. You wouldn't have tried to dodge the question unless... Whoa. Why are you bugging me about it? Ugh. I can't tell you when Rain's right there. What if he hears? Oh my goodness. Are you guys actually a thing? I didn't really think about that. Looks like they're talking about something personal. I don't want to be a third wheel. I better go. Oh yeah, that was great. Oh boy. So you guys are a thing. Oh boy. Isn't it cute how Estelle gets all flustered? Yeah. Makes me want to jump right in and ask her for more details. Instructor Sarah, Fee, please, show her some mercy. Alright, I guess that's that. What's up, Estelle? Still no progress? Need some cheering up? I wouldn't say that, it's just... Hey, knock it off with the leading questions! I probably shouldn't be listening into this. And you have Tita. It's been 2 years and all. Ba-boom. Could you try to tone it down a bit, if possible? Nah. Well, yeah, I guess that's that. Alright. What's going on over here, guys? Hey, Kurt. Nash. Good to see you again. Happy to have your instructor back? Yes, very much so. It was only possible thanks to everyone's help. Aga was pretty impressive with that sword of his. Really say where he got the name Heavy Blade. Those two weren't bad either. I might have taken a couple of swings, but I was just one of the many taking part in Operation Bust Rain Out. Same goes for me and Kia. Maybe our timing was lucky, but credit goes to everyone equally. I wonder, does she have the same voice actress as Celine? I feel there's some very close similarities in the way they speak. Like the tone of their voice. Joshua, Ash, don't the two of you have something important to talk about? Yes. Ren. She's right. Don't put it off. Everything's going to shit right now. There's no guarantee you'll be able to see each other again. Yes, you should sort things out now. There's no denying that Raquel has become home to you, Ash. But I'm sure there's value in learning about the place that led you there. Hama was just a small village. It had no more than a few dozen inhabitants. As a result, there were very few children living there. Luwei was the oldest at 16. My sister Karen was 15. And I was 6. But there was another boy too. He was 3 years old. Wow, 3. He was too young to play with us much. But ever since he was a baby, we looked after him. I was looking forward to playing with him when he was a little older. He was almost like a little brother to me. But then those peaceful days abruptly ended. Yep, those assholes attacked, burned it down. A group of Jaeger dropouts posing as royal army opened fire on the villagers. Jesus Christ. I watched on as Jan and Amelia were shot. There was blood everywhere. His son fell to the ground, blood all over his clothes. We fled. We ran and ran, too afraid to look back. Survival was the only thing on our minds. That boy didn't die, though. He had merely fainted from shock. We had no idea. Eventually, we made it out of the village. Louis stayed behind to distract our pursuers. He told me and Karen to keep running. But we got ambushed by another group of Jaeger dropouts. Yeah, and then she was killed too. Joshua. You know, it's funny. Not funny. I just noticed, like, they call him Joshua, but everyone else's names are like, that begin with a U, or like, Yuna, Usis, what's the name of that, fortress? Like, you also have, like, Yona. It's like, I just find it funny how, like, everyone else's name who starts with a J is like, it starts with a Y sound, but his name is like Joshua. Like, I know, like, we're talking about having like a heart-wrenching story here, but it's like, I just noticed that. I had to point it out. Sorry. That's truly heart-wrenching. I've heard it before, but it gets me every time. Yeah, that was real fucked up. Like, they did that just to start a fucking war. Like, they just, like, these assholes, like, from the, like, just some assholes from Arabonia, I believe it was. Like, just the curse, like, just pushing them forward, like, hey, let's do something to, like, kill the people in this little village, so we have a reason to just go to war. And then you got fucked. And it had to get swept under the rug. It's like, God, it's just so fucked up. That's what happened 14 years ago. At least that's how I remember it. That boy we left behind might have a different perspective on the events of that day. He may have hated us for escaping without him. I can't blame him. The bullet you fired at Emperor Eugen should have been for me. Damn. Joshua! It's alright, Ren. It was a shock when I heard about what happened in Heimdall. I realized the burden that boy from Hamel had to live with. But even though I felt immense guilt that we hadn't checked to see if he was alive, that we hadn't taken him with us, there was another feeling too. Overwhelming joy. I can't say how happy it made me when I found out he had survived. Joshua. Thanks for being patient and listening to this long story of mine. Don't know why you'd bother telling me when it's got nothing to do with me, but it wasn't entirely boring. I managed to stay awake till the end. Ash. Glad to hear it. Thanks, Ash. The Hamel tragedy took place at about the same time I was taken to Ymir. I'm glad Ash was able to hear Joshua's story, God. Now it's on my tongue now, like Joshua. Like, come on. Maybe his name is Joshua and I'm just not pronouncing it right. I'm pretty sure it's Joshua. I don't know. Goodness. Hey, allow me to butt in. Oh, I didn't notice you were there, instructor. Hey, Rain. Dude, eavesdrop much? Like, did I really surprise you just walking in? Like, come on. Ash. Sorry about that. But the same event Joshua was talking about pretty much changed the course of my life too. So it's at least a little relevant to me. Why so defensive, Ash? I thought you said Joshua's story had nothing to do with you. She's got you there. Whatever. Screw all that old drama. We got plenty of new drama we could talk about instead. For example, what's going on with you and Russell, huh? The hell are you talking about? Huh? Oh? Why don't you share the rest with the class? Ren, it's not like that. Oh boy. Oh man, like everyone's getting on. I swear, everyone is like shipping Agate and Tita, so it's like, yeah. It's like everyone was trying to push it. Damn, you can't even see what's right in front of your face, old man? We all know what's going on. It's obvious to anyone with half a brain. Exactly, it is pretty obvious. Who are you calling old man, you little brat? I'm only 28. That's like more than 10 years older than Tita, goodness. Why are we even talking about this? That's a very Ash way to change the topic. I'll admit, he is pretty older than Tita. Like, I'll admit, like, realistically, it's kind of eh. But it's like, I mean, if everyone else is pushing them together, then it's fine. I mean, Agate doesn't seem the type who would, like, do anything to take advantage. Like, I'm sure he'd wait. I mean, Tita's like, what, probably 16 now, so yeah. I mean, just wait a few more years, she'll be a full-grown woman, dude. Wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. She'll finally be able to finally confess her goddamn feelings, and that'll be that. Goodness. Used to be such a crybaby. I'm glad Adios kept him safe. No, not just her. Thanks to a number of kind-hearted people. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that story with us, Joshua. Of course. Thank you as well, Reen, for all you've done for him. Cut the crap, man. Why the hell would you even say something like that? What? I'm just curious. Seriously though, you don't make a move, some other guy will swoop Tita off her feet before you know it. Ash, walk away. Slowly. Oh boy. Finally getting to tell Ash about all of this is really taking a load off my shoulders. Thanks for giving me the chance, Ren. No problem. The two of you are a lot alike, actually. You're both a little clumsy when it comes to your feelings. I can't deny that. I'd say Joshua is probably a lot more open with them compared to Ash. It's been more lively than usual around here, but I'm glad to see Ash enjoying himself again. Yeah, seems like Agate's getting the short end of the stick though. No, I'll try to do what I can. You okay, Tita? You're blushing really hard. I got this. Oh boy. Is there anything new over here? Nope. So yeah, Tita did say something new. I thought she was going to say the same thing. Like it ended with ba-bump, so I was like, it's probably the same thing, but no, it was different. But yeah. Oh man, that was fun. Oh man, look at all the girls in here. Boy, oh boy. Alright. What y'all talking about? Well, I sure am lucky getting invited on board the PANTAGRUEL to carry out exclusive interviews. Well, I mean, when you have like the Empire just censoring all of the news, it's like, yeah, we need some real news out there, alright? Okay, real news grace. Let's do this. So many interesting people all in one place? Ellie, Tio, Alyssa, and even Emma of the Hexen clan? The other day back in Crossbell, I was thinking to myself that this seems like fate. Adios must be guiding me here to thoroughly interview you all. Maybe later, if it doesn't take too long. Sorry, but I'd prefer if you kept me out of the papers. Because of course she'd know about the Hexen clan, but let's not put that information out there for the public. I mean, it's kind of private information. Ever the keen journalist, Grace. You should be aware of this, but you won't be allowed to publish anything about this meeting in the foreseeable future. Yeah, most likely. That's exactly what I was thinking. What about the freedom of press? Just kidding. I understand that being invited to this top secret get-together is a great privilege, and I won't be able to write about it for a while. Yeah, once this is all said and done, then you can put the real news out there, but for now, yeah, the Erebonia is not going to allow any of that. But once international relations become somewhat normalized, maybe I'll get the green light to publish a special report on this. Like, man, you'll be able to write a novel on this shit. This is gonna sell like hotcakes. Like, man, like assuming we win, which we will because we're the main characters. Man, what a story this is gonna be. Man, that's gonna really pop off her career. I mean, if it hasn't already popped off already, I don't know her history. After all, my duty as a journalist is to observe and document important events. That's definitely an important role. Yeah, she definitely has some importance getting like the real news out there. That's a sensible approach to take. I would take everything she says with a grain of salt. You're hoping the materials you collect here will win you the Pulitzer Prize, aren't you? Anyway, there's no harm, is there? I missed my chance last year and the year before. That's Grace, a journalist working in Crossbell. Whatever her reason, she must have impressed the right people to be allowed here. Definitely. Allow me to butt in. Aha! The man of the hour. Rean Schwarzer, you agree to an interview? I'm not at liberty to talk about a lot of things. Grace, you're putting him on the spot. She's very single-minded about interviewing people, but she's a nice person. Boo! You're no help at all, T.O. Rean, you look just like Grace walking around sniffing out info. Well, it's not like I'm not curious about the meeting. By the way, I was surprised that Vita didn't show up. Me too. She left the barrier and vanished somewhere. It worries me a little. Yeah, it's kind of suspicious, huh? You're nervous she's plotting something. I don't mean to sound ungrateful since she's helped us numerous times, but Vita's known to pursue pretty questionable goals. I think we should give her the benefit of the doubt. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, right? Thanks, Rean. If only the same could be said of my mother. I'm sure she's innocent too. I mean, it's not like she probably wants a hand in this, but I mean, money talks, but I mean, it'll probably pop off the company. Who knows? I don't know what goes on in her head. Chairman Arena? Oh, she's raised a wonderful daughter. There's no way she could be a bad person. Aw, look at Rean. Aw, thanks. That was nice of you. Do I sense a scoop? Why is the Ashen Chevalier so sweet to you? Are you perhaps in a relationship? Grace, control yourself. Oh, sorry. You can tell her off any number of times. She goes back to her MO right away. Nah. Nah, if there's anyone I'm sweet on Emma. Grace is really something, huh? I wish I had that much drive. In a way, she reminds me of Vivi. They're very different people, of course, but they have the same kind of assertiveness, let's say. Yeah, she's kind of right. Oh my god, that reminds me. We haven't met Vivi or Mint or Monk. Like, I was almost certain we'd meet them by now, but they're still out there somewhere. I feel like they're one of the last people we have yet to meet. Like, we've met everyone else, but they're still out there somewhere just doing whatever they're doing. We haven't met them yet. Like, where are they? What are they doing? Out there somewhere. Oh yeah, have we met, I forgot her sister. I forgot her sister's name, the nurse. Oh wait, no, have we met her? Isn't she back at... I don't know. I'd like to think she was probably at, what's it called? Back where we meant, I forgot. I keep forgetting people's names. There's so many people, but... I don't know. Let's move on. It's a little more pronounced with Grace though, definitely. Could be that's part of what it takes to be a journalist. Or maybe that pushiness is what drew them to journalism to begin with. I'm sorry for all the trouble Grace caused you, Reen. Rest assured, I'll be scolding her later. That's alright, really. She wasn't that bad. In fact, you might say I love her character a lot. I'm not sure if anything Grace did deserves Ellie's death stare. Well, there's probably some history there. Seriously though, I have to officially interview you one day, and not just because I personally find you interesting. How the young hero faces the war. Yep, now that's something I'd love to publish once we get through all of this. I'll consider it. I really do like her. I really do. I really do like Grace. I really do love her character. Too bad she's not romanceable, but that's to be expected. You've bulked up since I last saw you, Lloyd. You haven't grown taller as much as you got wider in the shoulders. Life on the run's better at hitting the gym. Blah. Life on the run's better than hitting the gym. Well, I mean, he is pretty much already an adult. Like, he doesn't have much growing left to do, really. I had to get my outfits retailored. Oh, I didn't notice. You see him every day, so the difference isn't as obvious. But he looks more like his brother now, doesn't he? I've only seen him in pictures, but yeah, I'd say so too. I've only seen his brother on like the Wikipedia, but I don't know. Doesn't look that much like him, I don't know. From what I remember, it's been a while. Now, if only I had his height too. Is it Guy Bannings you are referring to? He was once a high-ranking officer at the Crossbell Police Department, but died in the line of duty 5 years ago. Yeah, we used to live nearby. I only know him from my memories of the past. He was a really tall and he seemed like a reliable person. Yeah, I feel like such a kid compared to him. But there's no use wishing I was more like my brother. I've got to play the cards I've been dealt. It's me you've got, not him. And I'm determined as can be to end this and work towards independence for Crossbell, and I hope you succeed, dude. Like, honestly, once we get Osborn, like, out of the way, I'm pretty sure, like, they'll get their independence. Like everything that's pretty much happened up until this point is like Osborn. Like, just get Osborn out of here and it's pretty much guaranteed. Me too. Spoken like a true leader. It is no wonder you were able to shake myself and Instructor Reen off during our encounter 2 years ago. Lloyd's been through a lot. In fact, I might have had it easier than him. It's news to me that he had a brother, though. His brother sounds like an amazing person, too. Now allow me to butt in on this conversation. Instructor Reen, aren't you busy playing nice with everyone? Well, we've got to make the most of this opportunity. Lloyd, there's a lot of us to catch up on. I'd love to get a drink or two with you if we had the time, but... Sweet, I'm coming too. How about we go to a place I know when this thing lands? It's got some pretty nice... Randy... Alright. That's just like Randy. Actually, that reminds me. Rishia Mao's busy somewhere else right now. Aw man, I would have liked to have seen her too. She was beautiful. And a badass with that big ass sword. Like, oh, I like her character design. And that big ass sword, she was a badass. Oh man. It's like, oh man, I want to play Trails of Cold Steel 2 again. Because I remember, oh man, they had that thing where it's like when you get to like the last dungeon, where if you equip a character with like this item, it changes you into like a completely different character. Like you could play as Altina, you could play as Vita, Lloyd,
Rishia, like, oh, that was so cool. I really liked her playstyle. Like, when she just threw her sword and it boomeranged back, like, that was badass, man. Oh, man. I'll play the previous games again one day. Maybe not on the channel, but, maybe we'll be able to play as her again in the future one day, but that was fun. Yeah, there's a bunch of different factions at play here, both within and outside Erebonia. The other members of the SSS and our close allies are all busy dealing with them.
Like Noel, Chief Sergei, Dudley, and Arios?
That's right. Fran and Wazi help us out sometimes too. Sonia and Muriel, yeah, have been keeping their heads down though. They can't do too much considering their position.
They're members of the same Crossbell Guardian force that was absorbed by the Imperial Army, aren't they? Both very capable officers.
I remember, like, way back, we saw, like, 2 girls on, like, an Imperial airship. We didn't get to see their faces or their names, but that might have been them. Like, they were, like, absorbed into, like, the army. Maybe. Yeah, they have the same objective we do, but different obligations. Not unrelated to the contents of today's meeting. Man, there's so... I really do love this. How there are, like, so many characters in this series. And they're all, like, doing their own thing. Like, obviously not everyone's here. But obviously you have, you know, everyone else doing their own thing elsewhere. Like, I love this. Like, the main characters that we need to have here are here. But the main characters, all the other characters who aren't, are off doing their thing. Like, they're either doing important things, or because of their position, they can't really do a lot. And man, I love it. It's great. Man, so many characters I'd love to meet. Okay, I'm starting to get a clearer picture. I can't help but get an idea of the master plan, looking at all the people Muse and General Aurelia invited here. Maybe you should work for our intelligence department, Reen. I doubt it could match up with the pros.
Okay, can someone tell me what's going on?
Same here. The only thing I know for sure is that these 2 gotta stop showing off already. Nah.
I believe you're just projecting, Instructor Randy. You could do the same if you tried, Randy.
Hey, I'm not sure I like what you're saying, kiddo. Nah. Reen chatted with Lloyd's crew for a while. Ah, and there it is. I looked a little bit at the guide, but I only saw, like, there's some Vantage Masters with Lloyd. Goodness. You know, I don't think I'll ever run out of things to chat about with that.
You know, I don't think I'll ever run out of things to chat with you about. But if you could bring up just one more thing, I'd heard from Yuna you play a bit of Vantage Masters.
I play against Kia from time to time, so if you're ever raring for a match, you let me know. Oh yeah? You're on. Though we'll have to make sure things don't get too out of hand. You're telling me. You can outplay Vantage Masters against Lloyd. Hey, let's get that out of the way. I'll see you guys in a second.
Dang, you're good at this.
Alright, we beat Lloyd in Vantage Masters, so that is done and out of the way. Now, does anyone else have anything to talk about?
It's so fun to be back here with so many of our friends. Yeah, it sure is. I wish Rishia were here so we could properly apologize to her and Lloyd about how we first met.
I don't just have to wait till next time. Yeah, I'm sure she'll forgive us. It'll be fine. But it will be nice to give her an apology. Like, yeah, sorry for attacking you and trying to stop you from saving your hometown or whatever. It's been a while since I got involved in something like this. Let's go drinking sometime. Just us guys. Gonna have to be some other time, though. Yeah, definitely. Especially when the girls aren't giving us death glares. Alright, that's everyone in there. Who's in here? Secretary Lucy. This coffee is excellent. Yeah, and the biscuits are great. They're Remiferia's specialties. I'm glad they're to your liking. Afternoon coffee and biscuits. What a wonderful custom. I could get used to this. So true. I was worried that you'd be pretty unapproachable since you're the Grand Prince's secretary. I thought she was more like a princess or a duchess herself, but a secretary? Huh. Like, just a secretary? I thought she was someone, like, really important. I mean, not to say that, you know, the Grand Prince's secretary isn't, like, an important position, but I thought she'd be, like, a big player, you know? But, just a secretary. I was surprised to learn you're not that much older than us, though. You're really young for your position. My situation is quite different. I'm close friends with Princess Alphen. I've been appointed especially for this occasion. My family is quite well known in Remiferia. You might have heard of the Salents? Let me think. Salem. Where have I heard that name before? The Salem Company produces medical equipment shipped worldwide. Remiferia is famous for being at the forefront of medical research, which becomes a bartering chip in relations with other nations. I wonder... When we went to that hospital where the Emperor was being treated, like, wasn't there like a Dr. Salen there? I'm almost certain there was a woman there who had the name Salen. I'm pretty sure. The Salen family, besides owning a prosperous medical company, has strong connections in government. You've done your homework. The current state of affairs is deeply worrying for Remiferia. Our country is small and relies on advanced technology and scientific research to remain afloat. We're not prepared to deal with this war in the least. I understand your predicament. I wish there was something we could do to help. Well, let's see how these talks go first. I was wondering what her special secretary position was all about. She's very good with words, though. It's easy to see things from her perspective, and she encourages others to side with her. Grand Prince made the right choice appointing her. Indeed. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Reen. Do you have time to take a break? I have coffee and snacks. Oh no, don't mind me. You're in the middle of an important discussion. I don't intend to stay long. Just before I go, I hear you ran into my students back in Lemaire. That's right. I didn't realize their connection to you at the time, though. I'm afraid I was unable to properly introduce myself at the time. I apologize if I caused them any unnecessary wariness. No worries. They know you weren't keeping secrets just for the hell of it. It must be Adios's will that we meet again like this. Well, that and some careful planning from Muse. It's a shame we don't have more time to just sit and talk. We should get together over a nice cup of coffee sometime and get to know each other better. Yeah, sounds like fun. Let's make it happen. She seems sweet. Remiferia has always interested me. I really want to go on tour there in the future. I see. Is there a reason why? There's a traditional dance there called ballet. It's been well received not just because of the music that accompanies it, but as a comprehensive performance art itself. I've always been interested in it, but I haven't had the chance to go. I get it now.
Well, maybe you'll be able to ask about how things are there. Yeah, I think it'd be a great learning experience for me. I'm also interested in the other aspects of Remiferian culture. I've got to ask about a bunch of different things. I didn't expect to see Grand Prince Albert again so soon. Oh, that's right, we've already met. Yes, 4 months ago when he paid a visit to Erebonia. He wasn't accompanied by Miss Salen at the time. It's a shame she's only his temporary assistant. Her hospitality is impeccable, and she makes amazing coffee too. Wow, she's even got a tea lover like you praising her coffee. I have to give it a try myself. Sorry to impose on you, Elise. Oh, Reen. I just wanted to say hello to you as any others. I'm really enjoying learning about Remiferia's customs. But when I think of the princess attending the party, I know. I'm worried about that too. But worrying about it now won't help anything. Taking a break now might also clear your mind of your return ship. Lucy. Alright, I'm going to stay calm and wait for the princess. Well, I hope we can exchange some useful information in the meantime for a good report. Thank you for being worried over me, Lucy. Elise seems okay. Secretary Lucy really is a good talker. Well, alright then. Next up. What's up? I was just butting in on this conversation, don't mind me. There you are, Reen. Steadily working your way through the crowd, chatting everyone up? Hell yeah. Are you going to talk to Kayla too? If that's okay, Special Second Lieutenant Kayla? Yes, you may speak to me at any time without reservation, Ashen Chevalier. I am grateful for your help the other day. I had a feeling you guessed who I was right at the start. I had my suspicions. It seems I interrupted your conversation. What was it about? We were just touching upon recent internal affairs in Calvert. I'm not sure what you might have heard about the situation there. The ruling party lost to the opposition in the recent elections. Once President Rocksmith's term ends, he'll be forced to step down. Oh shit. So your entire government is being swapped out? That's a drastic change. The country is already in crisis, but there's also been acts of terrorism carried out by the anti-immigration faction. I see. Immigration is a very divisive issue in the Republic. With each passing day, it's becoming more apparent how weak our country is. I expect our leaders to announce a new course of action after today's discussion. Thank you. I have a handle on Calvert's situation now. Despite her young age, Kayla is remarkably sharp. Indeed, I really like her character. It's like, I'm glad she warmed up to us after our we had a bad run-in with her. We were pretty antagonistic, but I'm glad we cleared that up. By the way, it's so good to see you again, Kayla. How's Kilika doing? As well as ever. She's one iron lady. You make it sound as though a long time has passed since you were in Calvert. Angelica? That Kilika. Is she who I think she is? You picked up on her name, huh? She's a practitioner of Taito. She's the one who taught me. I thought so. Kayla, have you been trained in the Taito style? No, although I do admire Eastern martial arts and swordsmanship. Pursuing those arts requires serious dedication and investment of one's time. I admire you for having reached intermediate level in the 8 leaves 1 blade style, Reen. Thanks. Hopefully we'll get to that master level soon enough. I feel like it's been enough time. I mean, come on, we have Cassius Bright here, who's probably one of the, he's probably up here in the conversation, so we won't be able to talk to him yet, but man. Oh man, I can't wait to see that conversation. How can one even describe Kilika? She's an incredible fighter, obviously, but she's also sharp as a tack. The day I get to see her again can't come soon enough. I'll be sure to pass on your regards when I get back to Cal. Sounds as though things are pretty chaotic over in the Republic. Yeah, I knew there was some dissension there, but I had no idea it was on this level. We'll just have to wait and see what decision the conference members come to. So I haven't heard anything about Calvert, I'll be honest. Not a damn thing. It's been Erebonia this, Erebonia that. Erebonia's planning this, and fuck, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Calvert or the other nations. Hey. It's an honor to speak with you again. We haven't had the chance to talk leisurely since we were at the Esmelas Garden. It's been so long. I was kind of having an identity crisis when we last met. Somehow we've always been too busy to really talk. Yeah, true. Damn, all the generals here are strong as hell. You managed to hold off McBurn all on your own in Langadot Canyon. It's pretty damn awesome. My father fought McBurn as well. Though he seemed alright at the time, the damage his body suffered manifested later. Have you noticed anything similar? No, luckily. I seem to be perfectly fine. I don't think it's because McBurn was going easy on me. He seemed dead set on inflicting as much pain as possible. I think he might have been particularly vicious when he was fighting Viscount Arcade. I was worried about Wallace too. I just know he's okay. It would be nice to have a friendly duel with him one day. Nah. Sounds like the General hasn't suffered any serious side effects from fighting McBurn. We really must train ourselves toward their level if we're going to stand a chance. Indeed. Heh. There's some interesting people walking around calling themselves General. Looks like even the Lieutenant General Cassius from the Borough's pretty damn good. Yeah, I was hoping for a chance to talk with him, but... No, we'll get our chance. Well, is that you, Schwarzer? You look awfully serious. The situation's pretty grave. At least I finally have a sense of what direction I should be heading in. I've got my allies to thank for that, and for lending me their strength. That's good. Guys, you seem to have gotten used to your new powers. Barkhorn was a legend, there's no doubt about that. But I think you'll be another. That's kind of you to say. I hope I won't sound patronizing. I've been concerned about you. I see now that I needn't have worried. You're doing well for yourself. You'll go far if you keep it up. You know how to build my confidence. I appreciate it. They both studied under Barkhorn. I'm thankful they've got a good relationship. I should speak with Cassie soon. I've got to say though, I'm impressed with how far you guys have come. Looking at you, I feel certain you can overcome any challenge if you just work as a team. Thank you. I hope you'll prove right. The Brigadier General is startlingly accurate with his observations. I shall take his words to heart. I'm sure that's the best, guys. In fact, maybe I should take that advice to mind myself. Alright, we have one more group down here. Look at these three. What a combination. Look at you over here by yourself. Oh, there you are. Introducing yourself to all the important people, are you?
Well, I thought it wouldn't hurt.
What are you up to? Not much. We're merely standing around. I've been on this airship before. I've seen all there is to it. Anyway, the talks will soon be over, so I might as well wait here.
Is something bothering her?
She's not hiding it very well, is she? It's about that man from the Borough. Cassius? She's been acting funny around him.
I get it.
He's a master of the 8 Lee's one blade style. He used to go by the nickname Divine Blade. Hey, what are you talking about behind my back? It's rude to exclude people from a conversation when they're right in front of you. Sorry about that. How are you doing, Rosine? Everything okay? More or less. I received a report of some Ouroboros activity from the High Seat when I was on the way here. Nothing's happened yet, though. By the way, I heard there was an incident in the Holy City, Arteria. I think Emma mentioned something about that too. Vita might know more about it, but as luck would have it, she's not here. Ah, yes. Maybe she'll turn up eventually. Maybe. But as for me, I'm happy she's keeping her distance. I can relax without her annoying presence setting my teeth on edge. Enjoy it while you can. Should I ask the staff to fetch you a saucer of warm milk? Good idea. Thanks, Rosine. Aw. Well, one of my goals is to achieve greater mastery as a swordswoman. Leonhardt was quite a promising individual, with skill almost as great as that of my lord, but... yeah, what I've heard about him, it seems so. Yeah, I remember there was like a manga, and I saw some panels of it while watching like a video on like Trails in the Sky. Like, yeah, she pretty much kicked his ass. So yeah, he was definitely almost on that level. And then you have Aurelia Le Guin, who pretty much Arian Rod pretty much said like, man, you're stronger than me than I was when I was like considered the greatest like warrior alive. So that says something. Like Aurelia Le Guin is probably like one of the most powerful people alive right now. And then you have Mick Byrne, who's probably some levels above that. Probably like a level or two. Like, who knows how powerful that man is. Like, I'll be honest. Like, he doesn't like scare me per se, but man, out of all the people here, like this guy is like, man, just whip out that Divine Knight. Like, let me have a go at a Divine Knight. Who the fuck just says that? Who the fuck is just like, hey, bring out your Divine Knight? Like, really, this dude wanted to fight a Divine fucking Knight. Like, out of all of the characters I know of in this series, like, even from characters I haven't, like, really met, but know about, I feel like he is probably, I mean, I don't know, I feel like he and Arian Rod are probably on a similar level. Like, if I remember, like, the short conversation they had when they were at that, statue of the Septarian, I think. Back on, like, Brionia Island. Like, he said something about, like, sparring with her or something. Like, it seems like they're on a very similar level. Man. And then you have Leonhardt, who is probably on a... Like, even Mick Byrne has some good things to say about him. Like, even considering him a friend, probably. Like, oh my goodness. Like, God, these are some badasses. I'm glad we have Aurelia Le Guin on our side, because we need that. The next level for the young ones would be the Purple Lightning and Arcade. I suppose you're there as well. What an honor. Speaking of young swordswoman, there's a fellow disciple of the 8 Lee style who started before I did. She's not a direct acquaintance, but I've heard that she's Master Kafai's granddaughter. And she's been practicing since childhood. Huh. Wonder who that could be. What? Such a person exists? Yes. She's a bracer from the Burl. I don't think she's a direct disciple, but I think she's acquainted with Estelle and the others. I think I've actually read about her. I forget her name and appearance, but yeah, I've heard about her. Or at least seen her on, like, the wiki. I heard from Master Kafai that she's got a great potential overall. A rival. I'll need to see this liberal bracer with my own eyes. Immediately, Doobly decides that she must be a rival. Well, healthy competition is good, I guess. Oh, I love you, Doobly. A rival. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna try and make myself comfortable. You should try to relax too. Being stressed all the time isn't good for you.
Thank you.
Even with so many distressing things going on, we cannot let ourselves give into anxiety. If you can, try to clear your mind and relax.
I will. Thanks, Rosine. Well, we've talked with everyone, so now all that's left is just go to the center of the map and continue on with the story. But before that, hold on. Before that, I might get these recipes out of the way, but I'll do that. And then just skip through that, and then we'll continue with the story. So, I'll see you guys back in a second. Alright, let's do this. Sounds like the meeting is over. Alright, I'm ready to do this. Now, you ready to share with the rest of the class?
Oh, you there, young man.
You're Reed
Hello.
Schwarzer, correct?
Yes, that's right. I'm honored to make your acquaintances.
As am I. Stories of the Ashen Chevalier have certainly made their rounds across Calvin.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Reen is like a divine, pilot of the Divine Knight, but he's also he did fight for I remember during the occupation of Crossbell, he fought against Calvert, and his Divine Knight sent them back. I suggest you leave, because if you don't, I'm not gonna go easy on you. He just did what the government was pretty much just telling him what to do. So, I guess his name would be, in a lot of circles. Plus being a hero in the Civil War and all of that, so... Yeah. I suppose he is pretty well known.
Though I suppose not all of those stories paint you in the best light.
No, I'm sure. That's perfectly understandable. However, I hear you single-handedly destroyed a number of our tanks and gunships without killing those within. Yeah, exactly. It was quite a feat. It spiked my curiosity. Yeah, I'm sure he has a lot of goodwill from that. You could have just killed them, but instead you spared their lives. That's something. I see now why Lady Mildine, Princess Alphen, and General Le Guin hold you in such high esteem. Thank you for the compliments. And please accept my apologies about your tanks. It was nothing personal. You've also played a part in the Northern War, didn't you? Remiferia and Northumbria have been on friendly terms for quite a long time. It pains me greatly we could not do anything to help them. Your involvement contributed to a significant reduction in casualties among their citizens, however. You give me too much credit. I wasn't acting alone. No need to be so humble. I heard stories about you from refugees who fled to Remiferia when Northumbria was incorporated into the Erebonian Empire. Modesty is a fine trait, but its arts are great when people downplay their achievements. Acknowledge your importance. You're the person whose actions may very well decide the fate of the world, after all. There's still plenty of time until dinner. If you'd like to chat some more, I'll be in my room. Since the acting Duke Alberea and the fellow from the Expectorate are here, why not invite them along as well? I've already informed them. I will also be retiring to my room until dinner. Feel free to come and see me if you wish. I'd like to speak with Lloyd too. I'll go and tell him. And now we'll probably also be able to speak with Cassius Bright too.
I was wondering when we'd finally get the chance to meet.
Yep. It's your boy. Lieutenant General Bright, I've heard much about you from Master Kafai. I don't think I've had the chance to introduce myself to you either, Your Highness. I am Reen Schwarzer, son of Baron Teal Schwarzer, and disciple of the 8 Leaves One Blade School. I currently work as an instructor for Thor's Military Academy's branch campus. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintances.
Oh, no. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you. In a way, this feels closer to a reunion than a first meeting. Perhaps it's due to all the tales I've heard about you from Tita and Josette.
Oh? They said good things about me, I hope?
From Prince Olivert as well.
Aw. I'm honored to hear that. What happened to Olivert was truly heartbreaking. He had this grand vision, you see. It wasn't only with Erebonia's best interest in mind, but those of the entire continent. Yes, he was a great man. Victor and Toval were good friends of mine as well. Their deaths have dealt a heavy blow to Erebonia. I'd even say it was felt by the whole continent. But now, we must carry on without them. Even if that involves committing to something they most certainly would have never approved of. Huh? Mil Mirage.
If you'd like, why don't you stop by to chat for a bit before dinner? Cassius, you wanted to talk to Estelle, didn't you?
Yes, and the others as well. Ren, Tita, Agate. Please do come along, Reen. We could reminisce about Master Kafai together. I'll definitely stop by. Man, what a great many people.
Oh, Reen! There you are!
Hello, Princess Alphen. Hello, Princess Alphen. Are you alright?
Of course. I was a little shocked about the topics of discussion, but I suppose it's good we were able to talk about all those pressing issues. Princess.
I see. Now just zoom in on Muse.
I'm sorry I couldn't reveal the intended scale when I invited you, Princess. I trust you understand this was an inevitable reality. Your presence there was of utmost importance. Yes, I'm well aware of my responsibilities. With neither father nor my brother available, it falls to me to represent the Imperial family and remain informed of the current situation.
Would you be so kind as to share some of that information with us at dinner? That's the plan. We could use more input on the matters at hand. We'll all be cooperating, of course. Bracers, the Special Support Section, the representatives of Thor's should make their voices heard too. We'll need to know where they intend to position themselves between Operation Jormungand and Mil Mirage. Oh man, this is gonna be... Like, they're really hyping up this plan. Like, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna cost?
Dinner won't be served for a while, though. Princess Alphen, Elise, why don't you join me for tea? You may join as well, Instructor, but the topic of discussion will most likely not interest you, given how easily you embarrass. I can never tell if you're joking, Muse, but tea sounds good to me. Yes, count me in too. Oh, maybe Claudia could join us. Yes, I'll extend an invitation to her. Instructor Reen, will you be coming? Please do.
If you insist, I'll see you in a bit.
Alright.
Look at all these long-haired beauties! Of course, Muse's hair isn't really long, it was cut, but man, the long hair. I've already talked about it before, but the long hair does it for me. But then again, I love Grace. I love her model. Also really like... I keep forgetting names. I already forgot her name. Kayla. It's like, it's all about aesthetic, really. Lots of cute girls in this series, so yeah.
I might want to speak with the President and Prince Albert. There's Lieutenant General Bright, too. People have moved to new locations. The main story will progress once you see the required sub-events. Some optional content will become unavailable once you progress the story. Talk to people at the party. Alright. Well, let's talk to some other people before then. Cassie's on the top of my list of people to speak with. Should be in the Liberal waiting room. So I can't go back there.